Video on, audio on. Pop it.
Welcome to another episode of On Tap with Southside Collection. I'm here sitting with Garrett Horvath. As always, Garrett, how you doing, brother?
As always, I'm doing great, Carlos.
Me and Garrett, we're filming this a little bit after our episode. He will not be on the rest of the episode, unfortunately.
This is a posthumous intro. This is very incestuous.
Is that how you say it?
Posthumous.
Don't listen to Richard. All right. Anyways, we've now lived through two Texans games since we've last talked.
Almost didn't make it to the second one.
God damn! It was almost just as disappointing. Let's talk about 2 weeks ago.
I'm not going to say what I want to call that Vikings game, but it was just a downright spanking, in the lightest terms possible.
It was almost like we wanted to run the shotgun so badly that we didn't care who it hurt, because Lamar Miller got 13 rushing yards out of it.
That you can't go a game with Lamar Miller not being a big part of the offense. I think we should stop our talk about Lamar Miller at the moment, though, just because
our luck.
We're bad.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as coming into this week's game.
Yeah.
But let's just. I don't want to be the curse of every good
So
Texans
there's
player.
Lamar Miller, but then even then, our wide receivers were very much held down as well.
Yeah.
We didn't have a great game against the now 5-0 Vikings. They had a bye week in this coming up week.
Yeah.
And I just there was nothing clicking for us. This was also the first week that. What's the coach's name?
For
Bill
us?
O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, yeah.
He had control over the team. He says he's had it the whole year, but this is his first official week.
Took control.
Yeah, but then we cleaned up a little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
There was shining parts near the end of the game in garbage time where we looked all right. But overall, the Vikings just made us their fucking bitch, man.
But then there was the Colts game.
Yeah, the Colts game, it got better. It didn't start better.
It hardly ended better.
I really thought we were about to have to hand over the sticks because we were getting fucked.
But even then, Lamar Miller. I think that was the biggest difference between our game against Minnesota and our game against Indianapolis. We actually incorporated Lamar Miller into the offense. We weren't just passing him the ball
Shit, he was forcing himself in the offense at this point because he was killing it.
He had one touchdown, one receiving touchdown, and a shit ton of yards, 145, 150 amount of yards. He did great. D-Hop didn't do too hot, but he didn't do too bad either. And who's our second?
Jalen Strong.
Jalen. No. He's our third.
Are you talking about Will Fuller?
Will Fuller
was out.
Was he out? No.
Oh, shit, my bad.
He was almost ruled out, and then he actually got in the game, but he didn't do jack shit.
Yeah. We keep talking about him, but the offense doesn't happen unless Lamar Miller is happening.
Exactly.
To be honest,
and that's a football game.
Especially right now, it doesn't seem like Brock Osweiler and DeAndre Hopkins are there yet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you would hope they would be there, but
yeah.
People are freaking out. I'm here to calm you down. My word holds very little bond. But,
yeah.
I mean, we're paying the guy a shit ton of money, but give Brock Osweiler at least till week 10, I'll say.
Well,
I don't want to be too optimistic.
And that's what I was getting at the same time. Like before this second quarter, I was like, "Holy shit, let's put Tom." It can't get any worse. But then
people were on that.
But then Osweiler found his rhythm.
True.
And once you find your rhythm, he had this great play. He made two people just cut off each other on the same team.
Yeah.
We got a touchdown. That's what tied it up. That was fucking beautiful. That's what we needed.
That tight end, the one that in week 1, I was like, I don't even know what his fucking last name
Fedorowicz.
is. Yeah, man, he looks good. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
We got us a nice little Jewish tight end.
Oh man. Well, shit, we got Ballast point on this episode, right? I had to miss.
You weren't there.
That. I had to miss out on that, man. Set it all up and then just
No, Ballast Point, and I'm also speaking in retrospective. Ballast Point was a great guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you missed a good one.
He brought the soul.
Oh, I haven't even told you what they brought just so I didn't piss you off. But Ballast Point, Bobby Earth, incomparable, great producer. You're gonna miss out if you don't watch this one. It's like Nerd or NRED Nerd, sorry.
NRD.
meets Bobby fucking James Brown. Like it's beautiful. Like the man can fucking produce. He makes beats.
The motherfucker works. And if y'all need him, he's not charging that much for.
He isn't for production or mixing
just
and
studio
mastering.
time and everything. So
yeah,
that's what's up. Well, you get to it, man.
We'll be right back.
I won't.
Garrett won't be right back. Yeah. Wet Willie. Welcome back. With me today is James Brown. James, how are you feeling?
I'm doing great. Well, I guess I should say I feel good.
There we go. Softballed you. Softballed you.
You realize every person I've ever met in my life has brought that up to me, the James Brown thing.
I would have hoped so. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought when Garrett told me. I told him I'm going to ask him that, and if he says I feel good, I'm going to say I knew that you would.
Yeah, actually, this girl Nicole Gans, she's fantastic. She works out at the brewery. She got me this little. I'm embarrassed I'm not wearing it tonight. We have a.
I saw it in a
James
picture.
Brown pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's a good icebreaker for being on the sales team.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, people love my name. I love it too. It's a good little icebreaker.
Real quick, we mentioned Garrett Horvath. I appreciate you more now. Dave was trying to get you fired, not me. I want beer sometimes, man, and you're right there for me to sip it. It's great. So, from San Diego to Houston, what are y'all trying to do over here, man? You trying to invade on our territory? What's up?
Well, I mean, this is our 20th year in business.
Yeah.
And what's funny about Ballast Point is we've been a really tiny brewery for a really long time. And I'd say over the last 3 to 5 years, we just got huge. And, I mean, it's a number of things, but the beer's great. People want it out here. It's really the power of Sculpin, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I think, Sculpin is a newer beer for us, relatively speaking. We built Ballast Point. I say we. I've only been here for 2 years, but I'm on the team, so I'm going to say we. 2
years, man.
The founders, the great people that founded Ballast Point, our most popular beer was a beer called Yellowtail, which was a Kolsch.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Big Eye, beer you're drinking, fantastic West Coast IPA came along. But really, you wouldn't think of Ballast Point and not think of Sculpin, but we had a full decade pretty much of being known as a brewery that made several beers, but really Yellowtail was our most popular beer.
Yeah.
Now that's actually called California Kolsch. But Sculpin just changed everything. I mean,
that's one of the first ones I had. I believe it was the pineapple Sculpin.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's a variant of the original Sculpin, but the original Sculpin in its day was a really cutting-edge beer. It's hoppy, but it's not bitter.
Yeah.
Like, as you drink Big Eye, that's more of like a 90s style, kind of like the Northwest style IPA. It's more astringent. It's bitter. It's got a bigger malt body. Sculpin is really balanced and bright, tropical fruit flavors, and that's kind of what people like out of IPAs now.
Yeah.
But at the time, there was really nothing like that. So there's 3 guys that made that beer happen. It was a couple of homebrew recipes that basically got combined.
Yeah.
A couple of brewers of ours were homebrewing, and they basically brewed a really tiny batch, sent it out in San Diego, and it just caught fire. Then stuff like Beer Advocate and Beer Rate started picking it up, and it sort of became this legendary beer.
Yeah.
Like, nobody could get it because we were so tiny, but it just had this renown. And as we've grown, you've seen it become available everywhere from H-E-B to Kroger to
Specs.
Yes, I mean it is literally a homebrew that just blew up.
And that's great too because like that's kind of like y'all's whole vibe is homebrew. That's where y'all started, and then
it is, man. Yeah,
and you have a store too.
Yeah, well, before we were Ballast Point, we were Homebrew Mart.
Yeah.
Which is I just like the matter of fact name. Like it's just not trying to be too cute.
It's not
like,
subtle. Just
we are Homebrew Mart. But that's our founder's name is Jack White. So
James Brown, Jack White.
Jack White. Yeah, we should start a band, I guess. But so he graduated from college. I forget if it was USD or UCSD offhand, but some school in Southern California. And is
it something we could look up? That's what we got this guy
fact
for.
Checker, let's do it.
Yeah.
Where did Jack White go to school?
Computing.
Yeah, so, but when he graduated, I guess his father-in-law was a home brewer, and he tried one of his father-in-law's beers.
Yeah.
And it kind of blew his mind. I guess, we've all sort of had that beer epiphany where,
Yeah.
we had a real beer. Growing up in the States, obviously, we are sort of trained to drink shitty beers.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of like your balls dropping a second time.
Yeah, so he had that epiphany back in the early 90s. University of San Diego. I think I was correct. I think I said USD. But anyway, so he graduates from there. He decides, I don't want to go into business or have a, straight gig. I'm going to start a homebrew shop.
Yeah.
And that's what he did, and it was called Homebrew Mart. His first employee is a guy named Yusuf Cherney, who is also Ballast Point royalty. If we have two founders, then it's Jack and Yusuf.
Yeah.
Yusuf has been our head brewer since basically the early 90s when, I guess Ballast Point's officially 96, Homebrew Mart's 92. So, but yeah, Yusuf's the man. And in fact, Yusuf then started our distilling program in 2008. As you may know, we didn't bring any of the spirits here tonight, but we're a distillery also.
Yes, sir.
And Yusuf and Jack actually just left to pursue spirits full time. So that's another story we can get into. But yeah, I don't even remember how we got to that. But yeah, so we started as a homebrew shop.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, homebrewing is still a huge part of our culture.
Yes, I see that some of y'all's one of y'all's homework series.
Yeah,
it
so
was taken from like a home brewer.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know when we're gonna crack this. We can crack it whenever, but this is a cool beer from a series we call the Homework series, which
We can crack it right now.
is hey, let's do it. It wouldn't be a good beer rip if I didn't have a bottle opener on me.
That's great because we wouldn't be a great beer podcast if we didn't have a bottle opener either.
Yeah, so this is a really cool series that sort of pays respect to our homebrew roots. It's called the Homework series. This is batch number 7. And basically, these are beers that they're homebrew recipes by employees at Ballast Point. And some of them are brewers, some of them are not brewers. But there's sort of an internal competition.
Yeah.
And the winner becomes sort of the next homework series. So obviously, this is number 7. We've had a previous 6. The first one that they upscaled and actually sent out to Texas and the rest of the country was homework number 6, which was a robust porter.
Mm-hmm.
And the gentleman who invented that, I don't know if invent is the proper word for a beer, but
Created. It's alive.
Yeah, he is now one of our R&D brewers. So he's really talented, with creating beers and recipe creation, things like that. This one in particular, I really like. It's a session saison. It clocks in around 4.3%, I believe. But what's
For
super
the
cool,
workaholic, I like that.
yeah, exactly. That's how we all justify what we do, right?
There we go.
Yeah. I'm a professional drinker. So.
Yes, I like the aholic part.
Yeah, but what's really cool about this is it comes with the homebrew recipe on this fancy little collar. And so as if you're a homebrewer, then you can literally make this beer yourself. This one in particular was created by Nate Stevens. He was basically the lead brewer at our Little Italy facility, which is our R&D facility. It's been going for about 3 years now, and they've brewed well over 300 unique recipes. So they built a tap room in the heart of Little Italy, which is right by downtown San Diego, and every day they pretty much brew a different beer.
Yeah.
They also let employees, we have this program called Roots to Boots. I've gotten to participate in it where employees get to help write a recipe, go out to San Diego, brew the beer. They actually put it on the tap wall.
Yeah.
They send us a bomber or two out in the hinterland so we can try it. So I know we're going all over the place here, but while we're on the
y'all
topic-
are also all over the place. Y'all have like 6 locations.
We do, yeah. But this is one of them.
Yeah.
And anyway, so Nate, we'll bring it back to the session saison before we get too off kilter here. But Nate was the head brewer there. This is his beer.
Yeah.
I love this beer because who doesn't love a saison? And also, it's just not a beer that we're known for. We're known for IPA. We're known for a lot of English style.
Y'all's
beers.
homework number 2 got my attention. I'm a big fan of IPAs and that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this is a session saison by the great Nate Stevens, and it's a really nice drinkable beer. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It came out this summer, and what's also great about the Homework series is we're known for having expensive beer, obviously, but these bad boys clock in at like $4 a bomber. So you can get a Ballast Point beer for a really good price.
For a bomber?
Mm-hmm.
You heard it first.
4 and change.
4 and some change. That's
I
not
can't
bad
be
at
held
all.
responsible for the taxes that the state of Texas levies upon you. But,
What else do you have on the table for us? We got a couple of them,
dude,
man.
we got some. As I was saying earlier, my car is kind of like a roving bar.
Yeah.
As a beer rep, I gotta have samples on me.
What
at
would
all
you call your
times.
bar?
Well, shoot, I don't really have a name for it. I used to drive a Suburban, which is a badass vehicle, but I had to sadly get rid of it because it was breaking down on me. I kicked in at like 270-something thousand miles.
Oh, fuck.
It's like an 03. But all I do all day long is drive around Houston. So obviously it's a massive, massive city. And gas mileage was killing me. It was leaking oil. And
The streets are
I had
probably
to-
not
I had to
helping
trade
either
it in
sometimes.
for a Ford Edge, which is sort of a more practical vehicle. And I have not named it yet. But, but anyway, so enjoy this Saison. Yeah, we brought also...
This one's going to be the one Garrett gets the most mad about.
Yeah, this little guy, Indra Canindra, I just happen to have one of these on me, so I thought I'd bring it because it's really fun. This is probably the most polarizing beer that Ballast Point's ever made. A guy named Alex Tweet, I believe. You can fact check that. He's a former brewer of ours, but I think this is his. It's a stout, but it's spiced like East Asia. I mean, it's got curry, cumin, kaffir leaf, lime. Crazy beer. Great for pairing with food. But certainly a lot of people...
Not for everybody.
A lot of people WTF that beer,
Yeah.
but it's cool.
Well, polarizing is also a great way to describe y'all's flavors in y'all's beer, because y'all do take a lot of risks that other breweries don't normally take.
You know, that's kind of what we're known for now, is infusing our beers.
But it's good.
Yeah, I know. And in fact, Alex Tweet. Yeah, see, I'm nailing it.
Who needs a fact checker?
Yeah. But anyway, obviously we're known for grapefruit sculpin. This year we dropped pineapple, watermelon dorado, mango even keel. We've been doing these sorts of experiments with infusions for, as long as we've been around.
Yeah.
It's just until we became a big enough brewery to sort of upscale these beers and send them around the country, you had to go to the tap room to try them.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's really not a new thing for us, but it's sort of become kind of what we're known for.
Yeah.
And in part, as you said, because they're so good. I remember the first time I had grapefruit sculpin. I'm like, why would you mess with sculpin? It's literally perfect.
One of those.
But what's really cool about grapefruit sculpin, I think most of our infusions is they're balanced, they're well done. And they complement the existing beer. A West Coast IPA has really big citrus notes in it to begin with. So if you hone in on that citrus note, so to speak, and by adding grapefruit, which the peel is what we use, gives it really just accentuates what's already a really citrusy West Coast IPA. So it complements it rather than sort of overtakes it.
It's funny you say that. I would just bring up the grapefruit sculpin, but the first time I had it, not the first time I had it, the first time I wanted to try it.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy, he was in business. I met him. He was in business from Australia.
Yeah.
And he kept on suggesting, get the grapefruit sculpin. So good. Get it. They didn't have it. I got the pineapple. I was like, well, that's good. So I'm definitely gonna get it when they have it.
Pineapple's cool, and really, you probably wouldn't be seeing pineapple, mango, watermelon. But for the popularity of grapefruit sculpin, it really changed the landscape of craft beer, at least in a national sense. You're seeing. In fact, today I just saw Stone has a tangerine IPA out.
Oh, man.
And not to say that we're the only brewery experimenting with that stuff, but grapefruit sculpin just changed everything, not just for us, but for everybody else too. So we'll see how long people are still interested in fruited IPAs, but I think grapefruit sculpin's still the king.
Anywhere else y'all are thinking about taking sculpin, flavor-wise?
Dude, they've done it all. If you can think of it, they've done it. I've had coffee sculpin, coconut sculpin.
Oh, man.
Mango, passion fruit, guava. We have some habanero sculpin here tonight.
Oh, man.
They've done it all. So, but again, as we're talking about, we do a lot of infusions. That's kind of our bit. So we have a new one here.
Which one's that one? This one right here?
It's
the
Cinnamon Raisin Commodore. So Commodore is an American stout.
We can bust that one open, too.
Also, this is one of Nate Stevens' beers. Shout out to Nate.
We don't need to look that one up.
Gold medal at Euro Beer Star, which is, a prestigious beer festival in Europe, sort of celebrates.
Y'all win a lot of awards. I noticed that too.
Our beers, we win some awards. It's pretty awesome.
Humble brag.
Yeah, look, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just proud of our brewers. But,
you should be, yeah. Everything I read, it was award winning. Everything. I was I will be lucky to have one of these beers.
Yeah, in fact, they just had Euro Beer Star again, and Nate and the team at Little Italy had 3 more medals this summer, and I forget exactly what they were, but they're beers that we don't have out here. So, But this one, so Nate brewed the base beer, Commodore. It's 6.5% American Stout. Obviously, we don't have that one here today. We just have this infusion. Yeah.
The camera guy wants one.
Camera guy, what up? All right, so this is
Dave Cam right here. No, you don't have to hide. We'll just put Dave Cam in the corner or something. Dave's on the camera getting his beer.
Yeah, so this is just typical as to what we do out at Little Italy. That Nate brewed a fantastic base beer, and then they started playing with it.
Yeah.
And they threw some cinnamon and raisin in there, and this beer was so popular at the tap room that they decided to upscale it, bottle it. That's kind of what the tap room is for us. It's sort of a testing ground.
Yeah.
And a lot of the beers that you see being upscaled,
They were on draft exclusively first.
Yeah, it's reflective of just popularity at our locations in San Diego.
So so y'all are doing great in beer, and then how long in do you start doing liquor? Like, what makes you flip the spectrum?
Well, this, as far as, I wasn't there personally when they started doing that, but, luckily I've had a chance to talk to Yusuf and some of the distillers out there.
Yeah.
I think it's just sort of a natural extension of brewing.
Yeah. You just get curious, and then it becomes
it was
a passion.
It was Yusuf's idea,
Yeah.
as far as I know. But there is a funny story behind that.
That is delicious.
Yeah, it's really good, right? I mean, these flavors just mend so well with a stout to begin with.
Yeah.
That it's a really nice compliment. But
this continues the tradition where people bring us beers that has something that I don't normally like in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like raisins normally.
Yeah.
That is delicious.
But here we are. But you know what's weird? I hear that all the time from people about grapefruit sculpin. They're like, dude, I hate grapefruit, but like I love this beer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it, but it works.
That's why I trust you. That's why when you said that y'all make a watermelon beer too, I am interested in having that because I am a notorious watermelon hater. I've had people swear on products with watermelon in it, and I have been let down. And then I've had most of y'all's beer now and all these different flavors that I don't normally like. I'm like,
that one
might make the beer I
That
want.
one might be a stretch for you though, because it's like when people
I'll go to the ends of the earth.
grapefruit sculpin and they're like, oh my god, grapefruit, can I try that?
Yeah.
And then I taste them on it and they're like freaked out, and I'm like, well, it's an IPA. They're like, oh, I hate beer. I'm like, well, it's beer.
Yeah.
So the grapefruit's not gonna save you. So if you hate watermelon, that might be an uphill battle, but you should at least try it.
Oh, I will. I mean, hell, I think I can find someone in San Diego to send me some.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I have one here.
Watermelon?
I don't know. I might have more than one. I saw somebody grab one out of the ice chest. So there may be another one in there if you want to try it. But yeah, in fact, I see
get out of
one
here.
I think I see one right now.
Live tasting real quick. I've never
there
liked
you
a
go.
watermelon anything.
So we call this one
God.
Wadi Dodo. This one is polarizing. I will say most of our
I'm gonna get a clean glass.
most of our infused beers are rather subtle.
I'll just drink it.
This one is a little more in your face in terms of just like pow bang watermelon. There's also cucumber, which gives it sort of a rindy character. But it's 10% beer, and it just drinks super easy. But it's big watermelon. What do you think?
It's pretty fucking good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
All right.
Like it's like you can taste. I don't even get the cucumber.
Yeah, I mean, it's subtle in there, but it's a big double IPA. Cool about Dorado. Dorado is actually one of the first double IPAs like in existence. Basically, Colby Chandler, who's been with us since not day one, but he was one of the first guys at Ballast Point or Homebrew Mart for that matter. Dorado is one of his beers, as are many of our beers are Colby's. Dorado is, when they first brewed it, it was basically just called strong hoppy ale. Like double IPA didn't even exist.
Wasn't a thought.
And so, of course, it's an early IPA. This is an infusion, a variant on that beer, but that's like a Ballast Point cornerstone is Dorado. But anyway, back to distilling. So, basically, Yusuf wanted to start distilling.
Yeah.
Didn't have a budget for it. Again, at this time, we were a tiny, tiny brewery.
Yeah.
So he built his own still out of a fermenter. Basically, took sort of a smaller fermenting conical, turned it upside down, welded a still to it, and made what we call the Tin Man. And the Tin Man is just this stainless steel still. It's kind of hard to say that Yusuf built.
Say it 5 times fast.
Yeah. No.
Do it. I'll give you $1. I think I have $1 on me.
No, I can't do it. Too many beers.
Hold on. Our fact checker might have more money. Oh, he has the
Stainless
one
steel
no.
still, stainless steel still, stainless steel still, stainless steel still, stainless steel still. The Tin Man.
I
Cheers.
wasn't counting.
All right. We'll add that. We'll add this to the Make America Trillion Foundation.
There we go.
So anyway, so Yusuf, I think the first thing they distilled on there was gin. It's our Old Grove gin. It's badass. He went from there, and so now we have a full distillery: vodka, rum, gin, bourbon, single malt whiskey. We make a Bloody Mary mix that's killer. Mai Tai mix, and I'm not breaking any news here, but the sad news is that is actually spinning off into its own separate company called Cutwater. So it's not going to be part of Ballast Point anymore.
Okay.
But it's still, Yusuf and Jack are still running it. It's the same liquid. It just
Expect the
has
same deliciousness.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It just has a different name on top of it. So if you come across any Ballast Point spirits, they are now collector's items.
Really?
And if you come across any Cutwater spirits, then drink them because they're freaking delicious.
Do y'all have any? I know that it's now October.
Mm-hmm.
You got any October pumpkin beers coming out?
We do, man. Well, they're already kind
Oh,
of
they're out?
and gone. Yeah, I didn't bring any with me.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
But yeah, you know, pumpkin beer is a funny thing. Like a lot of beer dorks kind of hate on pumpkin beer. But I think objectively, if I can speak objectively as an employee of the company, ours is really fucking good. It's called Pumpkin Down. It's our Scottish ale Piper Down. See what we did there? Yeah. Which Piper Down is. It actually won a medal this year at the World Beer Cup, but it's just a big round malty Scottish ale, and that's such a perfect backbone to lay roasted pumpkin into. Because,
what's the ABV on that one?
I want to say it's probably like around 6-ish.
Nice.
6 point something maybe.
Yeah.
But the caramel and toffee notes that you're getting from a Scottish ale really complement a little bit of roasted pumpkin and some spice. And as you can see with our infusions that we're enjoying now, we generally do really balanced, really subtle infusions they're all natural. They complement the beers. They don't overtake the beers, and we usually get it just right. We've gotten really good at doing that. So, Pumpkin Down's the bomb. Oh, it's 5.8%, so I was close. Fact checker's helping us out here.
That's what he's there for. You
yeah.
were very confident that you would not need him before this, and here we are.
No, man. I mean, it's around 6. I think that stands as an accurate statement.
That's fair if you round up.
And then we have Dead Ringer, which is our Oktoberfest. The Oktoberfest style, of course, is just a Marzen lager, nice sort of sweet malty beer, good caramelized malt there. That just traditional. We don't trick it up at all. We don't add spice to it or anything that we're known for. But
yeah.
So those are actually both out now in the Houston market. You can get them. We've sold through all our draft already. But you can definitely find them in 6-pack bottles out there.
Have you had any? I can't even. What is it? These collabs with Japan. These beers sound amazing.
Yeah.
What are they called?
So we do
from like east to west. And...
Yeah, well, I don't know that we do a lot of collaborations, but this one in particular is really cool. I believe it was Colby who probably he's sort of our beer ambassador at this point. So
yeah.
If I had to guess, I think he was the one who led this expedition to Japan. But they brewed a beer with a brewery called, I don't even want to try to pronounce it. It's really not that complicated. I can picture how it's spelled, but I've never heard
Fact
it said
checker
out
can
loud.
pull it up. How it's
like
spelled.
Coedo or something like that, like Coedo.
Yeah, we have it written down right there.
All
Coedo.
right, okay.
Coedo.
All right. So we brewed a beer out there with them. The idea was kind of to make a West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
But using ingredients from the entire Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, they used yuzu and sushi rice from Japan, some hops from Washington, some barley from California, and created a really killer IPA. And then when those guys came out to San Diego, we brewed what's called East to West. So that one was West to East. When they came out to San Diego, it was East to West.
Yeah.
And we substituted brown rice and Meyer lemons. So
nice.
that, and that's actually in our market right now. We hardly ever brew that beer, and we were lucky enough to grab a few. Oh, Broncos Chargers update.
I'm a Broncos fan. I'm sorry.
Speaking about
I told
about
him,
the
I told
beer
him to
for
give
a
me
second.
those.
No.
Yeah.
It's all right. I was like, dang. But yeah. So what's really cool is right now in Houston, a few of the cool craft beer bars around town have picked up a a keg of East to West so you can try it.
Oh
And
man, I
it's
gotta
killer beer,
get a
man.
list of those.
Killer beer.
I want to see it. I want
You
to try
know,
it.
we're known for IPA, and we've been coming out with a lot of versions and variants of our IPAs.
I
but
think that's why I like the watermelon so much because I told you beforehand I really like IPAs. I think
Okay. You
it
dig
being
this,
a
man?
double IPA
Yeah.
is a redeeming quality, and
Yeah.
it's really good. I'm almost done with it.
Well, there you go, man. There you go. What else do we
I'm
have
a sucker
out
for a
here?
good IPA.
Let's see. We got some Indra Canindra. If you're ready to dip into that.
Am I? Oh man, I want to look right in the camera so Gary can see me try it. He wanted this one.
So, well, first of all, we should mention we're drinking Grunion. Grunion is it's a beer. As we were talking about earlier, we have a lot of homebrew recipes that became Ballast Point beers. This one's no exception.
Yeah.
A guy named Doug Pomneville created this beer. He was actually a brewer at Homebrew Mart. Now he's up in our Long Beach facility, which we should definitely talk about because that's where we're starting to do sours.
Okay, nice.
So yeah,
Oh.
we're about to drop that on everybody.
Do you know which are y'all gonna make new sours or are you gonna try to?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's the sky's the limit. Like
Yeah.
right now, they've got Brett Grunion going and a bunch of like versions of some other things. But
Yeah.
we'll have full blown sours. As soon as we can, culture and age, the necessary
Exciting to look forward to.
stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. But that's been up and running for a few months. But anyway, so Doug's up there with a guy named Chris Klein headlining that operation. But before they were there, they were at Homebrew Mart.
Yeah.
And our brewers had an internal competition to make an American Pale Ale. It's a style we had, but it wasn't really one of our main core beers.
Yeah.
And what Doug came up with was Grunion. It's mainly Mosaic hops, which is sort of the hop du jour. That's a super delicious hop that every brewery can't get enough of.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I do it all the time.
Yeah. And so it's mainly Mosaic. I believe there's Calypso in there as well.
Yeah.
And the beer just was killer. It won the internal competition. They submitted it to GABF. It won a gold medal. That all in that same year.
Yeah.
That was 2014. So the brewery thought, oh shoot, we have something on our hands. We need to upscale this beer. Well, we had a hard time getting enough Mosaic hops. So initially, we didn't think we were going to really be able to sell the beer outside of California.
Yeah.
But we were able to solve that issue. We got a guy in Yakima, Washington. I wish I knew his name to give him a shout out, but some badass up there in Yakima growing Mosaic
I like
hops
that
from
name.
Ballast Point. Yeah.
Yakima.
Hey man, all the great hops come from that area.
Yeah.
That neck of the woods. But so anyway, Grunion. What's great about Grunion is it delivers all that beautiful, sort of dank hoppiness without like a big malt body, without like the alcohol of Sculpin, for
Yeah.
example. Sculpin's 7%, which I could drink Sculpin all day. It's my favorite beer in the world. But Grunion is 5.5%, 91 out of 100. Beer Advocate. Although I must point out, if we're gonna get into Beer Advocate scores, Sculpin is rated a perfect 100 on Rate Beer. No
We don't
gigs.
need a fact checker for that one. He said that one with confidence.
I think it's like a 98 on Beer Advocate, but
Just took it back a little bit.
well, no, I was giving
Yeah.
you the Rate Beer score.
Oh, okay.
So take it for what you will, but it's an awesome beer.
Fat checker's washing his hands with it. He takes your word for it.
But yeah, Grunion's fantastic, and I just it's like a tailgate beer for people that like IPAs. At
Yeah.
5.5%, you can drink this thing all day long, but you're getting just beautiful, hoppy, deliciousness. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that's what y'all were going with, and that's what I'm going with. But
Oh yeah.
um,
We were about to crack open something, weren't we?
yeah, were we gonna do the intro? All right, let's do
Yeah.
it. So again, we covered it. Alex Tweet. I think Alex is now a brewer at. I forget what the brewery's called, but it's in LA,
Uh-huh.
and he's killing it. I mean, he's super talented, and
There we go.
this is a beer that again is.
Y'all's artwork is always so on
yeah,
point with the nautical greatness.
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up. The artwork is a really big part of our brand. And
Yeah.
It's all original artwork by a guy named Paul Elder. Paul is
That is fucking
he got mixed up with Ballast Point, just being a taproom regular out at the original location, Homebrew Mart.
That smells spicy. Dave, do you want some? I can see Dave's mouth watering. Come on, no. He wants us to rap.
Yeah.
No, get over here and try some, Dave.
But yeah, anyway, Paul Elder, he paints and he draws and paints all this original artwork.
Pouring over the iPad.
Yeah, it's
Ballsy.
risky business, man.
Yeah.
But he's his artwork just keeps getting better and better. He jokes that he gets paid to go to art school, and his artwork's incredible. It's a huge part of the success of our brewery, and people associate. The Sculpin fish is iconic at this point. Most people didn't even know what Sculpin was until they've heard of Ballast Point. But so this is killer artwork too. Squid holding all the ingredients that go into this beer, and what's cool about this beer is it hits you in layers. I mean, you get everything from coconut to curry to cumin to kaffir lime, and it's all in there.
Yeah.
So, killer beer. Most people aren't ready for it.
Man, I had to smell it like 8 times just to prepare. We're going to be right back. We're going to have Bobby Earth on. You ready to play some games?
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but we're going to play a new game today. It's a new game, technically, if we add beer to it. Stick around.
Fate that brought me to you. Girl, I think you're cool. Yeah, can't just be me or you. Can you feel it too? On your asteroid. Belt, baby, you.
Welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection. With me, we have the singer, the rapper, the producer, the director, the editor, the goddamn paralegal, the notary. What don't you do, Bobby Earth? Jesus.
Man. Well, I don't do those last 2 things. So, yeah.
He's not a paralegal or notary. But
So,
you do a lot of things, man. You are a nucleus to this fucking team, man.
Thank you, man. Is that a compliment?
It is a
Thank you.
compliment,
Okay,
man.
thank you,
Everything I
thank
see
you,
has your fucking name on it, and it's good. It's not bad, you know?
Yeah.
People put out like an abundant amount of shit, and then it just becomes that shit. And you, on the other hand, are like putting gold bricks on top of each other, making a pyramid, dude. It's really good. Like everything you put out is really
cool
good.
Visual that you're kind of painting there.
I'm the Picasso of words.
Yeah, man, a pyramid of gold bricks. That's pretty dope. That's dope. Have you seen a picture of that before? Or did you
No,
just, make
I
that up
literally just
now?
said it. Literally just said it off the top of my head.
Man.
Next
That's pretty cool.
single artwork, pyramid of bricks.
like maybe like when I have money, I can have that in my house. Like,
oh man,
shit.
we played
That's what I'm
Jenga,
thinking.
playing Jenga with gold bricks.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be dope.
Invite me to that first Jenga game, man. I'm
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Gold brick
course.
Jenga.
Yeah,
Forbes can get on that. Forbes should get on it.
gold brick Jenga. That would be a hit among rich people. I
Yeah.
feel like.
I think they have like a board game of Monopoly that's like made out of all gold and shit like that. It costs
What?
like the money's like real and shit. Like it's like the most expensive board like
What?
version of Monopoly, and it is fucking for like your expensive ass taste, you know.
That's cool, but Monopoly's not even that cool of a game. I feel like I want to get
Ooh.
that game in gold. Oh man,
I feel
Just kill the
$2
Monopoly
million.
sponsorship.
It's $2 million. Oh man, but no, Monopoly's all right, man. I fuck with Monopoly. Like it's cutthroat. You got to be cutthroat. You got to be okay with cutting some people off.
yeah, it's just a long game too.
Oh yeah, you have to really have some.
That's a long
some
one,
type
right?
of. Yeah, no, it is. You have to. You have to really get it together. And friendship ender, fact checker, call it right there, because you literally have to decide. Like someone will try to make you a deal to to survive in the game, and you have to be like, "Fuck you, no," and then Mufasa, and just off the fucking cliff. But let's get to the fucking project, man.
Okay.
What was the biggest motive? Like the biggest difference? Would you? What was the name of the last one? It has a really interesting name.
Progression.
No, the last one. Your one before that.
The Book of Genesis.
The Book of Genesynth. Where does that come from? I read it as Gene Synth, but
Yeah, a couple people. They're like, yeah, I really like that Gene Synth mixtape.
Yeah.
But I don't like to correct people, so I'm just like, oh, cool. Because, I mean,
Read it how you wanna. Yeah.
Whatever, it's cool. But the Book of Genesynth,
I thought you were Gene Synth. I'm not gonna lie.
that's a cool name.
You know how the
Gene
RZA
Synth.
goes by Bobby Digital and shit like that.
Right.
I thought you
Exactly,
were Gene Synth.
Nah, that would be cool, though. Gene Synth. That's like Gene Simmons or like Marilyn Manson as a name. But okay, the Book of Genesynth is basically, I consider that like my first, it's not my first solo project.
Yeah.
But
shit, you go back. You've been on YouTube for a while, man.
yeah,
Like
man,
you've been putting out music for a while. You've been putting out all types of shit for a while.
trying, but that's like my first album or mixtape that I would tell people to go back to. Like, I wouldn't direct anybody to anything before that project.
Yeah.
So it's like my first book. It's like a play on words, like the Book of Genesis, but it's the Book of Genesynth.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really talking about like synthesizers per se, although I used like some synth like VSTs and stuff like in the production, but it's more about like a synthesis of sounds
Okay.
and thought too, but mostly like on the sound tip or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to do with that project. And with progression, it's I really was trying to do the same thing actually, but progression is less of like a concept project because
Yeah.
like I didn't have like a real concept behind it. I just named it.
I kind of read it the other way around.
For real?
Yeah, I listened to the last one and I thought like it was like a just a collection of songs. And this one, I really got a vibe to it, dude. I feel like there's
Yeah.
something that you got there, man. if you're just listening, and I poked his heart a little bit, but yeah, dude,
Yeah.
what? I was listening to it all fucking week, all last week. You got me like I had to listen to our last guest OMB, and she had me just bucked up, and then
Yeah.
I had to switch over to you, and I was like, I'm feeling some type of way, bro. Like I feel like you were feeling some type of way.
Absolutely.
And then
I was feeling some type of way on 5 out of 7 songs because one of them is about one of them is Cerberus, and that
Yeah.
one was written by I didn't write that one. That was Eros. He's the newest signee to the Milky Wave label.
Yeah.
He wrote that. And then one of them is about space. But the
One
rest
of them, you have a lot of space. You have a lot of space references.
Yeah. I don't know. My like interests and like bank of stuff that I can pull from to like
Yeah.
reference conceptual in songs, I feel like is very limited. So I end up like kind of using the same themes a lot, and space tends to
Well, hell,
kind of be one of those.
I'm-
Space and love. That's all I really.
Yeah, you definitely get that too, and it's great too because not a lot of people rap or sing over their own beats too, so you can really set the mood that you're really going for.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have that advantage over most artists that don't produce their own beats because you can set your own tone every time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would imagine that being an artist who doesn't produce his own or her own stuff, like
Yeah.
they
That
it's
was
just
very
a different
progressive of you.
experience. It's just a different experience cuz maybe like that would be cool too, but I'm glad that I make my own tracks.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I feel like I connect to the music in a different way cuz like I was there when the beat was made, or I made
Yeah.
the beat. Like, I don't know.
Exactly. And shit, you brought it up earlier. How many fucking Milky Way members are there, man? You got like a whole squad.
Yeah. Actually,
there's a squad. Talk about squad goals. The meme that's going on right now is like name a better trio. Like fuck a trio. Like y'all got the
Yeah.
squad, man.
Yeah. Actually, there's 4 like artists who are actually signed to the label right now, which is
And then videographers and stuff like that, right?
Mars is our in-house creative consultant for the brand, and she shoots a lot of this stuff.
Is Bryce
Oh, my bad.
Blanco?
Bryce Blanco, I would say Milky Wave affiliated.
Yeah.
I mean, he has his own collective called Constant Reality.
Yeah.
And they're pretty dope as well. But yeah, we got our people that like we work with too that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily like I guess signed to the label,
Extended
but, like,
family.
Extended family,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, man, it's me, Peyton, Lita Styles, and this new cat named Arrows.
What about
Well, he's
Big
not
Brandon?
new, but Big Brandon, actually, okay. So, what happened with so, have you heard the best mixtape you've ever heard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at the time when we did that, we had more members to the collective.
Yeah.
But as we start moving forward and like going into like this, the stages of like
Naturally.
actually like paperwork and like actually, because it was a production company, now a label.
Yeah.
But Brandon is one of those people who I still work with, and he's still making music, but he decided to be independent.
Yeah. That's.
So,
I mean, that's fair. It's not easy to do that either. Once you get
Right.
comfortable with something, like not rolling with it anymore, like that's a big step.
yeah, but I respect it though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's working on some crazy stuff right now. Actually, like the stuff he's let me hear, like
Yeah.
A1.
Well,
I wish it was dropping like
on Milky
on
Way.
Milky Way, but he still comes through with it. He was in the last video we just put up, which is me performing one of the songs off of Progression, and he
Yeah.
also plays on Progression as well, on one of the songs.
Yeah. Shit.
Can't feel it too.
I have a terrible memory with songs. If you watch this podcast, you'll see me struggle. Music I've listened to my whole life. I can't tell you like the full track list. I'm terrible with names. Fucking terrible. I saw your new video, The Corner, live. That was dope as fuck, man. And I saw our hat in there too, the hometown hat.
Oh yeah. We used that to decorate the shot. Mars kind of like set up some candles and stuff, and like we put the hat in there too, just cause
Yeah.
it's a nice looking hat, and it we just wanted to put some of the cool stuff that was in that room, like
yeah. Where was
in the
that filmed
shot.
at?
That's in my garage
Yeah.
at my house,
No, it's not.
and well, it's now my studio, and there's like carpet in there,
yeah.
but we shot it in there, and like before that, all my stuff was really cluttered and in the middle of the room, but we tore down all the tables that were up and like
Yeah.
just pushed all the wires and crap to like the other side of the room to make room to shoot. But it was good because after that we remodeled like the way the room is set up.
Yeah, I saw on Mars's Twitter that she said that you really liked the remodel.
Oh yeah. And I think we wouldn't have done that if, well, I did want to remodel, but like it was good that like we shot that because everything was already like torn down, so it's
Yeah.
like we can set it up again in like a new way.
What are your major influences, man? Like just not even in like singing or rapping, just in beat making, man. Because like I feel like I hear some all different types of inspiration.
Beat making, I would say, and this is so predictable. Of course, Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
You have to mention Flying Lotus if
Well,
you're a beat maker. After
yeah.
any beat maker after Flying Lotus, I feel like
He has a song called
Fly
Ping Pong. It's just like just straight ping pong paddles against ping pong balls.
Damn, I haven't heard that one.
You haven't?
That sounds
Oh man.
amazing.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really good beat. I was taken by it. What was it on? I don't remember the name of the tape. Our
Damn,
fact
I
checker's
wanna
telling me
check
Bronco
that out.
scores, but look up Ping Pong by Flying Lotus. Tell me what mixtape that's on.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really good one. You should check it out for sure. What are your other inspirations?
Flylo, Thundercat,
Yeah.
of course. I really like this group called Saw Rock Creative Partners.
Mhm.
They're super dope. And of course, the two big ones, Kanye and Pharrell.
Star Trek.
I mean, or Neptunes, really.
Yeah.
Both of them. Chad doesn't get enough credit
Oh,
for
man, he
being
doesn't-
the other half of Neptunes.
I feel like Chad gets a lot of Chad gets a lot of credit. I feel like in the sense of anyone that really knows music or knows production like that. It's an acquired, not an acquired taste, but an acquired knowledge to know that Chad is actually the shit.
Where actually, I really don't even have. Well, I know he's the shit, but like I don't know a lot of his solo work. I've only
Yeah.
heard a couple things, but who else? Of course, Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Robert Glasper. Like, I really like the way they put their tracks together. And also, I want to say, like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And
I saw Stevie Wonder in concert. He like
For real?
last year. He could still fucking rock the stage. Like he was telling like let me tell you, Stevie Wonder, he killed it for like an hour, and then he stopped and did like 20 minutes of stand-up comedy. It felt like he was just telling jokes and he was killing it. Right? He does another like 45 minutes of concert, and then he walks off the stage, comes back, and he goes, y'all want to see me DJ? And then he comes out with turntables, and then he's like, y'all going to have to pay me twice for this. And it's like the stand-up's still going, because like he's making jokes about like it being a second act. And then he starts DJing.
what?
Stevie Wonder is the shit live
That's
today.
Amazing! Wow. Is that the show? Because I think my parents went to that one. Is that the one where he took his glasses off and was like, "I see you guys" or something like that?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's probably part of his act. I think it was called like something in the Sound of Love, like music in the Sound of Love, or keys in the Sound of Love, something like that.
Yeah, songs in the key of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See, you know it, bro. You were there. I need a glass.
I wasn't there. I think I
No,
forgot
no.
what I was doing that night. Because I would have gone.
That was that curry beer.
I think I was on vacation. But yeah. Stevie Wonder is the shit, man.
He is the shit. And
He's
you
a
also,
genius.
I listened to a lot of your earlier stuff and a lot of your earlier beats and stuff like that too. Michael Jackson is a big. Would you say is a big?
Yeah, Michael Jackson
influence?
too. Michael Jackson is a huge influence. Yeah, and Quincy Jones, just by way of his work with
Yeah,
Michael Jackson,
exactly.
I think is a huge influence as well.
But like
Yeah.
so like I heard a couple of your reworks like of like Michael Jackson beats and shit like that.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I feel like you've always been on this level, and now people are starting to notice it because like you can still hear big hints of Bobby Earth today, back then. Like that was like 5 or 6 years ago, and I feel like
Oh yeah, that old.
yeah,
one.
yeah. I'm talking about the
YouTube?
archives. I'm talking about the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I'm talking about the archives, man.
Yeah.
We're going back. Well, hold on, I have it written down somewhere, because I was digging through the archives and I found Cerulean City Gym.
Oh wow.
I fucking love that song.
Thanks, man. I haven't listened to that like since around maybe the year that I put that out.
Would you say that if you wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was, you have to grab a Squirtle?
Not necessarily, because I mean, you can other Pokemon can learn Surf, and I think my sister she would always pick the water one.
Yeah.
And she said it was because they can learn Surf.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the way the other ones look too, though, and
yeah.
I was kind of person to like start the game over for no reason.
Same. Just so you can play with the other starters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hell, even like the second gen games, you can go back and play the first gen map all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite gen of Pokemon?
Honestly, it's between the first two generations, because I consider like the second generation still kind of part of the beginning stages, sort
exactly,
of.
same.
But everything after that is like new. But I still played like maybe one or two generations after that. 2 generations after that, I believe, because it was the Ruby and Sapphire, and then after that
I recently
was
played
that
Ruby.
Diamond. Did they go to Diamond and
No,
Pearl already after that?
One was Crystal.
Yeah,
That
that
second
was
gen?
that was the second generation.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, third generation and after, right?
Just nerding out about Pokemon real quick.
But and the last stuff I haven't even played, X and Y.
Yeah.
I would like to, but I hate that they make you have to buy like the new Nintendo DS just to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
the whole thing is just a huge
It's a marketing
investment.
ploy.
Yeah, it's a huge investment on time and money, because like it's a huge time waster.
Yeah.
Like before I was like making music and stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I could focus on like trying to beat a Pokemon game, but now
Spare time.
I just feel bad about it afterwards. Like
Hell, one time
if
I re-picked up Crystal version.
Yeah.
And I was playing it at Walmart, and I was like probably 15 minutes from beating the whole thing again.
Yeah.
And someone like tried to buy it from me.
What?
I was like, I'm about to beat it. And no. And like he was like, how much do you want? And he's like, $45. I was like, I can't. Like I've literally grinded too hard for this.
Yeah. Dang, I feel that. I would have sold it to him for like double the price of the game. I'm like, if I can get like a new
like, what,
Pokemon
120
crystal,
bucks? Yeah.
then and have some change afterwards, then
Yeah.
I guess you can have this.
Another Milky is it a Milky Way project or is it more of a you project? It
Which
was
one?
Taupe Raps.
It's a me project kind
Yeah.
of, but without me being like
No,
I
yeah,
guess
you do the
singing,
production.
doing lead. Yeah, it was me like
Yeah.
stepping back and just handling the production. It was kind of like a small but and more genre specific version of like I guess Clones or something like that,
Uh-huh.
where they like the Neptune's Clones album.
Great album.
But except I plan to do more of those Taupe Raps. So it's like a series.
Literally my
but
question, yeah.
Yeah.
When can we expect a part 2?
Honestly,
No pressure. No pressure.
maybe not for a while.
Yeah.
'Cause, like we have like releases
Yeah.
mapped out into like the new year.
Yeah.
And more than likely like 2018.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but I am gonna come again with another one.
That's a lot of heat coming in 2017.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put out a lot of stuff.
No, I for one am a huge fan of Matt Martians and that whole squad. What was it like working with him, man? Y'all done a couple
Man.
collaboratives, and you've even you don't do this a lot. I've noticed is you don't sing or rap over other people's beats a lot of the time. So like,
I would like to.
who would you like to
So,
work with?
Everybody I named in my influences.
Yeah.
I would like to work with them. the people who are alive.
Yeah.
But
What about Matt? How was that? Did you learn anything from that or?
Matt, yeah, Matt like told me that he sends me his weird shit, which I guess I take that as a compliment.
Because he knows you'll appreciate it.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
like I really like getting on his production, man. We haven't like physically been in the studio together yet.
Yeah.
But so it's mostly just been email. Like
Yeah.
I've met up with him a couple times, but we haven't like just sat down
And
and
worked
like,
together.
and created something.
Yeah.
But I look forward to that when like he's not touring and
Oh, yeah,
we're in the
Matt-
same town. You
Matt
know?
Martians is a busy fucking guy.
Yeah, they're working.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
working, man. But I have worked with Jamil
Yeah.
before, like in the studio. That's cool. He's super dope too. Like his beats, they all individually make music and they all like sound different as solo artists or whatever. Like Steve Lacy's music is dope too.
Yeah.
Like, but I haven't gotten on a Steve Lacy beat yet. I want to though. But
Steve Lacy, we see things into fruition here. Bobby
Yeah.
Bobby Earth need to be on a beat.
come on, man. But yeah, no, they're all really cool people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to work with more producers, man. Nobody specific, but like,
Yeah.
I appreciate Matt for hitting me to get on his tracks,
Yeah.
because I would really like for more people to because I don't care.
Take
I
some
don't care what it
workload off you,
sounds
man.
like.
Yeah, take some workload off you because
Yeah.
you produce your fucking ass off, dude.
Yeah, and it's like jumping into another world, someone
Yeah.
else's world, because like
That's
my
fun.
beats are like that's like my
Tailored.
world of sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but I don't know. Going on Matt's production, it's like going over something that came from like another brain. That's
Yeah.
like his, I don't know, way of like putting shit together, which is cool.
I mean, and you also have that same vibe in the sense of like y'all your movie. I watched that.
Oh,
how do you
yeah.
pronounce it? 'Cause everyone is it Evil or
Evil?
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah. That what was the main directive behind that one? Because it was kind of like it tackled a lot of things just like one after the other. I felt like
yeah.
because you can get too turned up at a party, and then y'all did like parody some things. Like the bubble blowing scene was fucking
Yeah, yeah.
hilarious, dude. Like
Thank
I
you.
felt like that was a masterpiece right there.
Yeah, I just didn't want to like show us like, dang, giving it away right now. I didn't want to just show people like,
The typical rap shit, or
yeah, I wanted to show people like getting on another level. We'll say that
yeah,
without having to like, explicitly show people smoking marijuana.
yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
So I said, you know what?
we're gonna
Let's
blow
blow
bubbles.
bubbles. Let's blow bubbles so that our parents can watch this. But
That's smart. That's fair. I mean, even then, like how like it's just as innocent. Marijuana ain't bad for nobody, man.
it's not.
It
Man.
helps people. It helps a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It helps a lot of people very
Facts.
frequently.
I mean, it really, it really does. Like frequently is putting it lightly. Like it helps like the oils and stuff like that. It helps children and with diseases and cancers and stuff like that.
True.
Like it's really. Oh God, I think Richard's crying. I mean, how many cancers are there? There's a lot of different cancers.
Cancer, bro. It's not fun.
Anyway. Anyways, Bobby, do you want to play this game with us, man? Milky Wave team?
I'm down to.
All right. We're going to be right back with some password or some beer password. We haven't really come up with an official name for it because we didn't make up the game. Shit, we're just adding beer to it. We'll be right back.
I'm Tim Woods.
I didn't say that with confidence.
And I'm at Southside motherfucking collection. And I'm finna drink this Bane juice. And I'm gonna take it straight to the motherfucking face. Alright. Yeah! Fucking Bane juice, man. Matter of fact, I think I have another one. Cause that's how fucked up we're getting tonight.
Another one. Another one.
Another one. There it goes again, bitch. Bane juice. By the end of the night, I'm gonna be smashing cars with my fucking hands.
Welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection. Today, we are playing a new game, Beer Password. Representing Team Milky Wave, we have Mars and Bobby Earth. How y'all feeling?
Taupe.
Great.
Great, taupe. And on Team Ballast Point, we have Tim Woods returning. How you doing, Tim?
Skirt.
Skirt. And we have the King of Soul, James Brown. How you doing, James?
Doing great, thank you.
You dropped it again. You're supposed to say you feel good. You did it on
Everyone else said
purpose.
something cool. I was just gonna go with the straight answer.
Today we're playing Beer Password. Password is the game. Every one of these contestants have a word on their card. I will tell them which word to read. First, second, third. It just goes in that order. Do y'all know the word game of password, or do I need to explain it? One more time. Do I need to explain it? We explained it off camera.
We're halfway there. We'll
Halfway there. There's no real winners to these games. The point is to get drunk. If y'all want to rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first, that'd be great. Pick a representative.
I volunteer. Do it as a tribute.
James Brown versus Bobby Earth.
Oh, defeated. Who
And
would have thought the paper is stronger than the rock?
who would have thought? So, do you
So
want to go first or
we're
second?
going first.
You want to go first?
We
Okay.
like to kick.
So,
Or
you will
receive,
read the
sorry.
first name on your card, and then you give one word to explain it to Timothy.
Mars.
Wrong.
Penis.
Dick.
That is incorrect. You now have a second.
Alright, does he give me a second
I
one?
Yeah, you give him a second guess.
Planet.
The fuck? Outer space.
Incorrect. Bobby.
Mercury.
Solar system.
Incorrect. This is the last round. If no one gets it, then everyone has to drink for 6 seconds.
It's hard to just say one word.
I just got Bobby's word, actually. I thought it was random at first. I just got it. I was like, what the fuck? I just got it.
He's trying to lose.
Women.
Venus.
Hey! The other team will have to drink for 2 seconds.
Okay, 2 seconds.
That's not too bad.
Nice.
All right, Timothy, you are up. You will read the first word on, not read your first word, but you will try to hint at the first word on your card.
Lightning.
Fast.
Incorrect. Mars.
Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Correct.
Motherfucker.
6 seconds to Team Ballast point. 6. That's
was
what,
the next word
those
I
are the
was gonna
perks
say,
of getting into the
man.
first round.
Shit.
That was easy.
Oh shit. 6
6
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah, roughly.
Well, now, Bobby, since your team got it right, y'all can go first.
If I want to, or I'm supposed to.
No, go first. Second
Okay,
word. Second
okay.
word on the list.
Brooklyn.
Jay-Z.
Incorrect.
You get to prompt me. Or is it me? Oh, okay.
It's you.
My bad. It's me. I was waiting for you. Alright. Baseball.
Dodgers.
Boom.
Boom. Dodger, nautical term. Try to keep it Ballast point, nautical term. Is that the first round? 6 seconds. We're all tied up. God damn. I'll drink 2. Why not?
Drink it.
The second team really does have an advantage.
Can you
There's more
dig
clues.
Yeah, but we've already learned that like it can still go to the
No,
third
I
round.
like it, but
All right. Second word on y'all. Who y'all got it right? So y'all
Yeah.
get to go first.
Okay.
Timothy, go ahead. Second word on your list.
Fuck your couch.
You only get,
you
you only
want.
get one word. That's. You also picked the wrong word.
Oh shit.
Let me see yours real quick. Let me see.
Nah,
it.
I did pick the wrong word.
Yeah.
I did. Alright, wait. I've had too much of the goddamn. Alright.
Sculpin.
too much Bane juice.
No, there you go. Bane juice.
Okay. So that was more than one word.
Unfortunately,
And that was the wrong word. Can I go again?
I'm gonna have to pass on y'all just because you fucked it up. So
That's
who?
strategic. We'd
yeah.
rather go second.
There you go. Well, now y'all are gonna go third.
Third.
So who's up? Go ahead.
Airplane.
You said the word. You said a word in the name.
Yes!
So now they win. Now y'all get 6 seconds.
Let's do
You,
it.
you both fucked
Let's
up.
do it.
6 seconds for everybody.
Right.
Airplane mode was the answer for everyone listening and watching. Airplane mode.
Wait, why did you say fuck your couch?
And now we'll get.
And the thing is, well, yeah, that was the next one, right?
Now it's your turn. Yeah. You're on the. We're on number 3 for the Team Ballast point. Go ahead. This should be the winning round right here.
Election.
Trump.
Yeah.
Bro.
6 seconds to Team Milky Way. Do y'all still have beer?
Yeah.
Y'all still have beer?
Am I not supposed to?
No, you're good. Shit, we'll go to the next one.
Chug, 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 chug.
6 seconds, though. I need a solid 6. All right. So now it is Timothy's turn. And it's only one word this time.
Couch.
Okay.
Make sure to lean in.
Chappelle.
That could take me a lot of directions.
Quit playing. You got this.
You got it, bro. You got this shit, dog.
I see Mars thinking. She's thinking of the perfect clue. You better get it right here. She's thinking of it. She has it. She's zoning in. I'm gonna have to give you a shot clock here if you don't spit something out.
Charlie Murphy.
Incorrect. Mars.
One word, right?
One word. Snake.
Bitch.
If you're listening at home, Bobby Earth has no fucking clue just by his face. Go ahead. Take all clues into consideration.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to remember the second one. I don't want to speak out loud because I feel like that'd be considered part of my answer.
It is part of your answer. I'm gonna need an answer.
Dave.
Incorrect. Now worth 4 sips. Go ahead. Tim Woods. Give me the clues.
I don't know if this counts as.
Oh, I know.
I don't know if this counts as one word.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if this counts as one word, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to say it.
If it isn't, then you have to drink and then he won't get to guess.
Shit. I don't think it's one word then.
If you have to think about it, it isn't one word. In my experience with saying words.
Which is fast.
I just started. Tim, I need an answer. I need a guess or a clue. Bobby says he has it too. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Hold on.
I'm about to put you on a shot clock.
Freak.
If you don't get it, Bobby Earth knows it, he says.
Rick James.
Oh! Yes! And the upset victory goes to Team Ballast Point.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And there is no real winner in this game, but if you had to count one, it was Team Ballast Point. Congratulations. I'll drink to that.
Here's to Tim.
Straight up, man.
We'll be back next week. We'll have guest Derek Lewis, UFC top 10 heavyweight. We're going to do some cool things with him. It's going to be a great time. And I know we have a brewery, but on the top of my head, I don't fucking know. I've been drinking. Y'all have a great night.